I'm skipping all the drama and kind of jumping right into it. This is what I found when I pulled my stator cover off. My starter was kind of grinding. The first thing that I had was a problem getting the flywheel off. It's just a 20 millimeter by 1.5 pitch threads. This bolt was about $4. You just thread it in here, hit it with the impact gun, the whole thing comes off. And that's of course when I found out that when that came off, that little gear there that was supposed to be hanging here, of course I have the sleeve out already, that's broken, and that's what we're dealing with. Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit here. This is what I plan on doing, is using this for an axle, an internal axle. I'd like to get this to fit through here, and this is not going to be drillable, but this I can work down until this sleeves over nicely. What I've done is I've cut the head off the bolt to start with, and then I put a slot in it so I can turn it once I get all the pieces assembled. It'll make more sense when I do that, but for now I've just got the head cut off, and I'm working this. I'm working the shank down till it's of a diameter that this will slide over. And how I'm doing that is basically I've got it chucked up. You can see the slot that I've cut. These are the threads down inside the chuck, and I'm just running the drill. And I'm running the drill with the throttle locked on it, or the trigger locked, I guess it would be. And while it's locked, I'm just working a file back and forth with a little bit of pressure, and miking it every every 5 or 10 thousandths. I'm picking up every time I check it, and I'm within 20 thousandths of what I need to be right now, so I'll probably do a couple more cuts and then start slowing down and really get it down. But when I get that far, I'll pull it all out, and it should look pretty decent. And basically just laid it down. That's there's not a lot of, it floats on really nicely. I would have kind of liked to have maybe left a thousandth more on it, and then maybe warmed this one up and had a really nice tight fit. But as it is, what I'll do next with it is try to get this back into the block or the case. 100% of how your repair will turn out is how you prep it. This hole for this bike was really distorted and had a bunch of crap in it, and I just spent quite a bit of time cleaning it out. All these edges where they broke, there's a little bit of fur hang-ups. I just sat here with a little pick and just cleaned it all out until this piece sits back in here and locks really nice and tight and has no play at all. And I'm pretty confident that that's the location that it was in. Before, it was kind of cocked like this, and if I'd repaired it like this, it would have never worked. It'd be a waste of time. So this piece, like I said, I'm confident that's exactly how it will sit. The next step will be to H is the bit that I'm going to use. I'm just going to drill right through this guy. Try to not bury it into the starter, but at least get through the case. I should take the starter off if I'm smart. Drill through that, and then run this nasty. I'll clean this tap up before I go in, but then I'll just tap it for 8/125. Thread this thing in. I might have to cut some threads down, but I'll thread it in, and when I'm done, that baby will be screwed in there. And I'll have to use a new stator case because mine cracked out. But I mean, this is as good as it's going to get for a non-machine repair. You know, I could take it out and have it welded, I suppose, but this is a 20-year-old bike. Title's already salvaged. Bike's already bought and paid for. All I'm looking for is fun. I'm not looking to spend money. So I'm gonna go with that. All that nonsense is okay. It's getting an oil change. That's really actually nice. So just to fit, just to see where we're at. No. I'm just fitting this in. I don't think it's necessary when I do go with it to put any kind of thread lock or even any epoxy around it. I think it'll be sufficient. I will have to cut the threads off the back side though, because it's going to be a little long. And it looks like there's going to be a little bit of interference around the side. Maybe that'll tap in. That's really nice. That's actually exciting. So that guy's pretty much set there. I know I initially thought I would epoxy this backside, but anything that's going to take that guy out, epoxy's not going to stop. And I would love to just lock this back up with the starter and put the flywheel back on and turn it over and show off. But I'm pretty sure without a new stator cover supporting this side, if I crank it, I'll probably tear the whole thing out and feel dumb. So, I mean, under 20 bucks, and there's no setting of curing, no welding, no real shop time, downtime, disassembly time. I think it's pretty straightforward. And of course, when I get it all back together, it'll really tell the truth. But for now, I'm ready to trim the back side of this guy off, or rather pull it back out, trim it back so the starter can mount back in, and it's ready to go back together. Well, so there's the repair. You can see it's inside. There's a little screw in there now, and I'm so confident that this is a good repair. I don't know how it could ever fail any worse than just an aluminum boss back there. I'm threaded clear to the back of the case. I'll be supported on a new stator, of course, cover. I pulled this back out and decided to use blue thread lock on it, just because I realized that if it ever does start to back out, that would be a really bad thing. So that's there. And then after spending the entire day trying to track down a stator cover, I decided that I would try to fix the one that I have. And I'm not an aluminum welder, and I realized it in HD or something. Also, of course, I'm not a gasket buyer, but I decided to weld up the broken boss here. guess this is where I find out. See what happens. Just listening. Nothing really feels like it's stressing here. I know that it would just break if it was, but nothing really feels out of place. Works. I realize I should do a recap on this. First and foremost, I'm really cheap, and so this kind of repair is okay with me. Anybody who buys this bike is gonna hear the story anyway. Probably my brother, but you can see this took a lot of heat when I did the repair here, and to do this I just went down to the local weld store and bought a pound of 4043. It was like 10 bucks, and I practiced on a piece of scrap aluminum, burned up one stick, and thought, well, I'm not that good and I'll never get better going through the whole pound, so I might as well just do this. So, you know, there was quite a wad of it from the inside and the outside, and then I just ground it down. Like I said, use some copper silicone to build a gasket here, and then just wipe that out, just 'cause I didn't really want all that hanging out that was there. And next up, it'll be an oil change, and then the plastic goes back on, and then the bike gets ridden. And I think that's pretty much, I think it's really a done deal here. I believe it is.